run till you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Coming with a dank, skrilling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Woodward Heavyweights. It is me, Spencer Raxter. I am here with my boy, Speak Eazy. You know, his voice is a little messed up from going crazy over the weekend at the Bro Zone. Thanks. Shout out to D. LaSalle one more time for letting us come and get everybody riled up in their fan section. That was a lot of fun. We're going to be doing that every week on Friday. So if you guys know of a nice, good high school game, let us know. We'll go there. We're gonna go crazy, throw out some Planet Fitness merch, and get the student section riled up. But before we get too far into it, you know who's here. It is Young Sus on the ones and twos holding it down, and our boy JB Smooth holding it down in the audio booth as always. And yeah, we got a big show lined up for you guys. Lions just released their depth chart for this season. We already got some injuries on that offensive line. Starters can't stick together. Man. Who's going to call plays for the Lions? Is it going to be Dan Campbell? Is it going to be Ben Johnson? We're going to get into that. And, of course, we got to break down Michigan and Michigan State's performances over the weekend. But before we get all into that, Eazy.
What up, though?
Have you ever met a girl that was strictly for the streets? That could not be contained by a single man and belongs to said streets?
Yes.
Because Scottie Pippin's girl is for the streets. It was found out over the weekend that Scottie Pippin's girl is chilling with Michael Jordan's son in downtown Miami. I don't know if you've ever been to Miami.
Bro.
I don't know if you've ever been to downtown Miami.
I have.
But nothing good happens in that city. They're not going out for a picnic. He's not taking her to a museum. They're probably in the club going crazy, and my dude smashed for sure. So we already know the list of men that have taken their turns, per se, with Scottie Pippen's girl. Shout out my boy Future. Everybody knows that.
Shout out.
Allegedly, because Scottie Pippen did not sign an autograph for Future when he was a young child, when he grew up to be the successful entrepreneur and rap star that he did.
Oh, man.
He banged Scottie Pippen's wife, So just, all the athletes out there, be careful of the kids you're scoring because it might come back to hurt you. Yeah, Malik Beasley. How do you feel about this Scottie Pippen's wife being for the streets?
I'm sick, bro. Yeah. I'm sick for my
man. You lost his voice.
I lost my voice over it. That's Ben Simmons, Harry Jowsey, Malik Beasley, who's married, by the way.
Yeah.
Doug.
And now Michael Jordan Jr. It makes it worse, too, because there is a little bit of in-house rivalry between the two.
Yeah.
Scottie's always taking jabs, taking shots at Michael. And MJ just took it personally.
MJ probably heard those comments. MJ probably heard those comments
man.
Scottie was saying about how he was better than MJ and all that.
It sucks, too,
sick the dogs on him.
Scottie Pippen Jr., I don't know if he make the Lakers official roster.
I think he's G League.
Well, yeah. I mean, still, even for him, bro, it's got to suck for him as well. Your mom's out here in the streets like that. Bro, what kind of no loyalty, bro.
No loyalty. Yeah, I mean,
she knows she got beef with Michael Jordan.
Scotty's ugly as shit, so I'm not she might just have to move on. Scottie is ugly, man. But other than that,
well, you're the one that sent the article.
You make a little noise over there, and you sent the article. How do you feel about Scottie's wife?
It hurts even worse. The pain in Eazy's voice. Eazy sounds like he's in so much pain over it. But nah, it's tough. It's got to be so tough as a kid because we all grown up. You all had that one friend that had that mom that you're you made jokes about. We all had that growing up. So
I'm picturing her right now.
So imagine that. Yeah, me too.
So
yeah.
God damn.
Speaking of moms.
Oh my.
But we all have that. So I just feel bad for him because it's like that. But then we grew up and lived our lives. It's this is on social media that Scottie Pippen's son has to deal with this every day. I don't care about Scottie, but his poor son has to just be popping on Instagram and seeing all of this all the time.
I feel for Scottie too because she's getting half of everything he owns.
Yeah, more power to her.
You
man.
already know that part too.
She's already getting that money from Scottie. She's going out there and she's getting more of a check. Go do you, Miss Pippen.
Scottie doesn't know. Joey 2 times says in the chat.
You want to hit up a D-list Detroit celebrity? It's your boy. I got enough boy, baby. But Go on next subject.
That makes me never want to get married, bro.
Never. No. Yeah.
Never.
Yeah. I'm good. Just I'm in the. We've talked about it. I'm on a pretty hot streak past month or so. So
yeah. These hoes, hey, they're for everybody.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
JB,
you
how you feeling about this whole situation here, man?
I'm throwing Miss Pippin a 40 ball.
That's an insider.
That's an inside joke.
Yeah.
JB, you smashing Miss Pippin or what?
Oh man, why you gotta ask that live, man? You gotta do that live to me.
You want your turn or what?
Man, she was out here making her rounds, man. She's out here trying to live her best life, but as young sus said, I gotta feel bad for Scottie Pippin's son. Like, come on, your mom's out here just making rounds on everybody.
Yeah.
It's not a good look.
And just imagine the trash talk that they could throw at him.
That's
like
what I'm
basketball.
saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't team Scottie like his mom got don't team last night.
Yeah.
Literally though. No, but yeah, we're gonna move on from that. That was just a light topic. Another thing that popped up. Jake Paul back in the ring. Everybody's favorite professional boxer, Jake Paul, has officially signed a deal and signed the contract on the dotted line to fight Anderson Silva on October 29th. Now, if you're not a UFC head like most of us here, you still know who Anderson Silva is because he was one of the most polarizing athletes in the history of the sport. The guy is 40-plus years old, so,
47.
47 years old.
Almost 50.
Jake Paul is the young gravy of the fight game. He just goes after the old ones. But, this will be the first true striker.
Yes.
Because, Tyron Woodley, he had the punching power, but he was a wrestler.
100%.
Ben Askren, not a striker at all. Straight wrestler.
Yeah.
Nate Robinson, basketball player. Now he's actually fighting a striker, albeit the guy's damn near 50 years old. He's still going to pose a little bit of a problem to Jake Paul, but I expect Jake to probably get the win. Just because Jake is in his physical prime and Anderson Silva is 50 years old. So how do you see this? I know you want to go down there. It's in Phoenix.
We're going. I'm going. I know you want to go.
I'm down to go.
Yeah, I'm 100% going. Like I'm taking the vacation day. Look, one, it's Anderson Silva. Dude's a legend. Whether you watch MMA or not, like you said, you know who Anderson Silva is.
Yes.
You heard of the Spider. You know what I'm saying? Dude gets down. Two, yes. The first striker he's fought. You could say he fought MMA fighter. He's always just smashed any MMA fighter. He hasn't fought an MMA striker.
Yes.
He's fought Tyron, like you said, he's got power, but his base is wrestling. That's how he got into MMA. He was a wrestling coach at the American Top Team or whatever. But Silva beat Chavez Jr.
Yes.
in a boxing match. That's a professional boxer, like a real boxer. I know, and I'm not trying to discredit Jake, but that's a guy been boxing, you know what I'm saying? And his dad, Julio Chavez Jr., like his father, like the guy, you know what I'm saying? So Silva, he might get him.
He might, yeah.
He might, man. Silva's the truth.
Silva's the truth. He's got the fast hands. He's got we all know the head movement. He's notorious for that when he was in the UFC, just keeping the hands down and keeping the head movement. The Spider out there going to fight against Jake Paul.
I hope you don't do that stuff.
No, he's got to take it serious because Jake, he'll knock him out.
Yeah.
It's Silva's old. Jake Paul is, like I said, in the prime of his career. It'll be but this will be his biggest test, and hopefully he fights an actual boxer after this.
It's also, if I'm not mistaken, the first dude his size he's fighting as well. Yeah, Tyron's beefed up and obviously former champion, but Tyron's only at 5'11", fought welterweight to 170. I'm saying Jake Paul walks around he's 190, 200 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
This match I think is at 187. People say what you want about celebrity boxing. With Jake Paul, I think it's a little bit different. This kid's actually
Jake Paul's taking this shit
seriously.
to heart. He's taking it very seriously.
100%.
Yeah. So this will be fun to watch.
You trying to go?
I'm down.
All right, bet.
I'm down. Heavyweights in Arizona going crazy. And on top of that, we'll stick with the fight game. There was some fights over the weekend.
Yeah.
And our boy Joaquin Buckley was in there. Unfortunately, he did not get the win, but he posted, he's never lost a fight. The times just ran out.
100%.
And that man was swinging for the fences.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Because Joaquin Buckley, if you don't know, severely undersized for his division. He fights at a middleweight. But he was 5'11". He's not much taller than us. We've been next to him.
Yeah, he's shorter than me.
Yeah, a lot of those middleweights are 6'2" and up. You know what I'm saying? So, exactly. He's shorter than you. So, if you watch the fight, anybody obviously comedy, you saw he's undersized his matchup. He was the only one engaging in any type of content or contact. It was whack, to be honest with you, because the other guy really wasn't trying to fight. But it was funny because he was being cocky. There's a lot of trash talk leading up to it. And as soon as Joaquin connected once, he turned to a wrestler real quick. He was not trying to deal with all that.
Not trying to deal with that power.
That third round, man, the fight and the heart and Buck, man, and the final round was It was it. It was a good card, bro.
It was. I saw that you sent me that because I don't got ESPN Plus because I'm broke. But you sent me that exchange of Tai Tuivasa and Cyril Gane at the end. They were going after my man. Cyril Gane was tagging him in the stomach.
Oh my god!
Kick, punch. I was like, wow, like that. But Ty got him a couple times.
Yeah, he dropped
him bad.
Yeah,
I thought he slept him.
That's why I say it goes to speak like how good Gane is, because like for him to get up and hit those 3 straight leg kick like clean, like You say after getting rocked, like dog, that was sick. And then Ty, like obviously, psych.
He faked him.
That was wild, bro.
Cyril Gane is one of the most complete fighters in the heavyweight division. It's proven. The guy, I thought he was the most complete fighter in the heavyweight until we saw Francis just learn how to do other things other than fight, other than punch.
It's crazy because like Francis may have like had these things in his arsenal, but he just knocked out guys in the first 30 seconds, so we never got to see it.
That's true. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
He's had like 5 at one point. It was like 5 fights and only 2 minutes of octagon time.
Yes.
I was like, Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah, he was a freak of nature.
Bobby Knuckles too, man.
Bobby Knuckles cleaned up.
Bobby Knuckles.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's just him and Eazy, man. If it weren't for Pereira, going to fight Eazy, I think next month, October maybe it is. Like,
and be Bobby again. You'd want to see it.
Just give it to us, bro. Like, no one's touching Bobby, bro. He put on another clinic.
Yeah.
Vittori got the chin of a god, bro. I don't know what it is. Getting cracked with head kicks. It's just like, I'm talking about you hear off the dome, like, and still just like,
just fine. Just not even. You kick me in the head. I come for you.
It was crazy.
Yeah, but it's a lot. I missed the card. I'm upset because, like I said, I got ESPN Plus. I'm broke, but it was very good card from everything that I've heard, and I'm excited for this next one. Obviously, we're gonna see a murder on live TV because Hamzat is going to just destroy Nate Diaz.
I think it's a minus 970.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not higher than that.
Yeah,
because I don't see any way in the world that Nate wins this fight. He's going to get completely outclassed.
Yeah, this was like a dirt job by Dana White.
Yeah, it's a hit job for sure.
Yeah,
But I wanted to bring this up. Just we don't talk about them much, but they're still near and dear to my heart, even though they're complete ass water. And that is the Detroit Tigers. And the Detroit Tigers flew out to LA to take on the Angels in a series. And yesterday they got their asses whooped. I mean,
the
Angels are one of the most disappointing teams this season outside of the Tigers, because you look at the show power and the trout power they got on that team, and you'd think they'd be better than they are. But they looked pretty damn good last night, albeit against the Tigers. But Cody Clemens, son of Hall of Famer Roger Clemens, in this game struck out Shohei Ohtani. His first strikeout in the MLB, but he is the third baseman. And this is the second time in 3 games he has made a pitching appearance. And this is the 6th time this season he's made a pitching appearance, and he hasn't played over 50 games. That is fucking pitiful. The Tigers are fucking pitiful. Like, that is just sad. And I like baseball. I love playing baseball. Nothing better than just having a catch. But, man, this is some of the worst product I've ever seen out of Detroit in a long time. And A.J. Hinch, after the game, after the shellacking from the Angels, they asked him about it, and they were like, yeah, do you just got to give props to the Angels or like how they played? And he's like, I'm kind of sick of giving people props. He's like, we're terrible. I was like, damn. Like,
AJ Hinton.
Yeah. He's like, we played awful. And I was like, yeah, it would be hard to go into that press conference 82 times in a season and just be like, yeah, we're trash.
He might be gone. I mean,
I wouldn't blame him.
I know it's being flirted around with, but he might be out of here, man.
Because like I said, Angels' job's going to be open. White Sox job is going to be open. Who knows what's going on with other teams throughout the league? The Dodgers might be open. No, probably not. But a big team is going to fire a coach. It just happens. They're gonna be a team, whether it's the Dodgers, whether it's the Yankees, whether it's one of these big, very good teams. They're going to not perform well in the playoffs, get bounced early, and fire their coach. And A.J. Hinch has got to be at the top of these guys' markets. And would you rather coach Willie and Harold Castro or Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani? Like, come on now. This is a pretty easy thing to do. The Tigers are fucking garbage, and I really don't want to watch it anymore. But, you know, we still got to do it. Just like we still got to pay the bills today. And we will be right back after this break with some Lions talk. We're going Lions heavy on this show, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But Eazy, tell them about what you were drinking when you were partying over the weekend and you lost your voice.
Yeah, a lot of people ask what happened to my voice. You guys know I go hard. I go hard in the paint, all right? Some may say I was obviously out there during the high school game, turned up with DSL Bro Zone, and following that, I did not give my voice any rest. I went straight to it with the mulligan. The mulligan made by Gypsy Vodka. It's got that thing, you know what I'm saying? Got that iced tea mixed with the 8% vodka. It's the real deal, Spinny. That's why my voice is still going. I was going hard, okay? Guys, make sure you check it out whether you're in the backyard or the golf course chilling with the boys. The Mulligans call your name. Ask for the Mulligan at a local golf course near you or Total Wine near you. So we're heavyweights. We'll be right back, baby.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Detroit's downtown summer playground is back. Open all summer long, the Monroe Street Midway. Enjoy roller skating, free Wi-Fi, food trucks, art installations, and so much more. Don't forget to take advantage of the basketball court, putt-putt, and, of course, family programming all summer long. All art installations are done by Detroit artists, and it's a fun, safe event from people 1 to 100. Go to deckedoutdetroit.com.
You guys, don't let these cameras fool you, okay? Time and time again, I tell you, I look you straight in the eyes, and I let you know that I am a white man. But it's all thanks to Shea Pepper in that middle looks so beautifully Brazilianly bronzed, man. Shea Pepper got the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, and the darkest chins at Shea Pepper Tanning. Make sure you check them out. 26 locations and more.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode of the Woodward Heavyweights. As you know, it is Speak Easy, the one and only. It is myself. We got Chris Platty holding down the booth, or Young Sus, and JBJ Smooth in that audio booth, mixing these hot beats you hear coming through the headphones right now. But make sure before you do anything else that you like the stream, subscribe to the channel, share the stream to your friends. Trying to get this popping, man. We're trying to get it popping. But what's not popping is the Lions already suffered an injury on that offensive line. Halapalua Vaitai is going to miss the first 4 games of the season. Big V is going to miss the first 4 games of the season as he was put on the IR. The Lions did sign Drew Forbes off of the waiver list of former Cleveland Brown to bring in and get some backup, maybe get some, some assurance in case they deal with anything else. But as we know, to replace him, you're looking at Sternberg, maybe Evan Brown, maybe you move some guys around. Maybe
Tommy Kramer is the
is the favorite to get that spot, but. This is a big hit for the Lions because we've talked about this. We've talked about how the offensive line can be dominant, how this can be one of the best forces in the NFL in that position group, but they just couldn't stay healthy. Last year, obviously you had Ragnow miss the whole season. You had Taylor Decker miss some games here and there. And already before they had played a snap in the regular season, one of those 5 pieces up front is going to miss 4 games, which it might not seem like a lot, but that is a quarter of the season. So Eazy, what does this mean to this Lions team, and how much will it affect them week 1 against Philadelphia Eagles and Jordan Davis and Fletcher Cox and those big boys up the middle?
Cox in the middle.
Cox.
Yeah, no, it sucks, bro. It's not good news, especially on the coming week. We have Cox in the middle. And no, but honestly, God, though, the week we faced probably the biggest defensive line we're going to see all season. The mammoth of a human being in Jordan Davis.
Yes.
Obviously, Fletcher Cox has been doing what he's doing his whole career. Brandon Graham as well as that. It's not good news, man. And I've been a fan of Logan Steinberg more so than Tommy Kramer specifically, but that's in a backup role. You know what I'm saying? And like, even it took him a week, you know what I'm saying, to get going, because the first week that offensive line, the backup offensive line, did not look good against that Falcons backup defense. And the Falcons defense, not one to be praised, you know what I'm saying, they definitely look better against the Colts and then following, Pittsburgh after that. But it is what it is, man. I think Dan Campbell spoke on the radio station this morning. I apologize if I forgot the name of the show, but he said we're used to this, though.
Stoney and Jansen, shout out. But
they're used to this. You know what I'm saying, it's nothing new to them. They used to deal with these things. They had it last year. If there's any team more prepared for adversity, it's them. And he's 100% right. They dealt with that last year. They dealt with it losing a bigger piece of Frank Ragnow. It does suck losing a Lodi. I can't even do the name. I used to Big V. Sucks losing Big V. But offensive line as a unit, I think will still be solid, especially running the football. I think, again, I'm more confident in Logan Steinberg, but I believe Tommy Kramer's going to start. At least what it says on the depth chart as of now. Shout out, they forgot releasing that on Twitter. But they could run the ball. I'm more concerned in pass protection, again, against this Eagles front, specifically Jordan Davis, Fletcher Cox. Like, those are mammoths of human beings, man.
It is tough. Like we said, this Philadelphia Eagles defensive line is one of the toughest tests they're dealing with, and it is week 1. And it is without Big V. And if you had Cox going against Big V, maybe you're feeling pretty good about that. Maybe you're feeling good against that Cox V matchup. But now you've got a backup in there. And on top of Cox, you've got Jordan Davis, who, like you said, a mammoth of a man, a freak of nature. You're going to need all hands on deck dealing with Cox and Jordan Davis. And now you're down one of your best guys on the inside. So it hurts a lot. But what hurts me the most is that we still will not see this offensive line all together in a game.
Yeah.
This is going to be week 18 that this offensive line has been put together. And we still will have yet to see them all on the field once. And that is what pisses me off. Obviously, we hope Big V is healthy. I'm not blaming him or anything like that because injuries happen. But, man, this is a unit. And if they were healthy and together, they could be elite. But we'll never know.
Yeah.
Because we are going to go 21 weeks of NFL season at the very least without seeing them all together on the same offensive line. Like you said, it doesn't help that they're going against the Philadelphia Eagles, who have great trench work. It doesn't help that the Eagles know that Big V is going to be gone, and they're going to have a backup in there. So they're going to have Fletcher Cox on him and not Jordan Davis, because Fletcher Cox is a wily veteran. So he's gonna put some moves. He's going to know what he needs to do on whether it's Tommy Kramer or Steinberg or any of those guys, but it's not going to be good. We need these guys to get healthy. This offensive line is the biggest key to the team's success, whether it is creating holes for Williams and Swift and Craig to run through, or is keeping Jared Goff off of his ass, allowing Jared Goff the freedom to go through his reads and get the ball to all of these weapons that Lions fans are so enamored with that we have on the offense this year. It starts with the thick boys in the middle.
Heavies.
And the easiest way to get from place A to place B is a straight line. The easiest way to get to a quarterback is right up the middle. And not having a piece like Big V, who wasn't great by any means, but the dude is better than the backups we have, that's a hit. That's something that's going to be in the back of Jared Goff's mind. That's something that's going to be in back of the offense's mind. People might be overplaying, and it's tough, man. I just want to see these guys healthy. I just want to see these guys out there as a unit, as the people movers, going out there and pushing these guys around. If you have this full offensive line, you're even looking at Fletcher Cox and Jordan Davis and Brandon Graham, and you're like, all right, we can handle these guys.
Yeah.
We can handle them. But now, even with one chink in the armor, just like a
what
chain.
What do agents have to do with this, man? It's fucked up.
Jesus, dude. It only takes one rusty link to break a chain. And it's just like the offensive line. All it takes is one guy to give up a pressure, and that ruins the play. And not having your starter in there is bad news, especially for the first 4 weeks of the season, because after these first 4 games, schedule gets real tough for about 4 or 5 games. So we needed them to be healthy and get the season off to a hot start. But so far, not so good.
Yeah, I'm not tripping so much in the run game. It's more so pass protection. And again, like you said, like Cox a wily vet. You need Big V to keep Cox off of Jared Goff's ass. Yeah. Just do it. It is what it is, man. But I'm more concerned with the pass protection aspect of it. But again, last year, this offensive line faced injuries from left tackle.
Yes.
To our center, who was like a Pro Bowl level elite, I think the highest paid in the game, or second highest paid in the game at this point. Like, obviously, Frank Ragnow, missing him last year, sucked a lot too, but they still were able to overcome that and rank 13th in the league overall when all was said and done. Now, this is just one piece. I don't want to discount Big V as a player or as a piece of this offensive line, but I would say, in terms of accolades go, he's probably the weakest link of it. You know what I'm saying? So
I would agree.
So there's that aspect. Maybe the gap between, a Tommy Kramer and Big V isn't that big. But the dude's named Big V for a reason. It's a big body dude. Like he probably was a big part of running the football. And I probably have to go back, do a little bit more homework and see where. And again, it's just preseason, but like who they like to run behind. I did go back and watch the homework on Steinberg. Was a guy I thought was going to take the starting spot, but looks like Tommy Kramer. So I got to redo my homework and watch how he performed. Because even that Colts game where they got most of the run, they were running the damn ball nonstop. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not concerned the run game. It's more so the passing game. And like you said, man, like Cox is a Super Bowl champion. Brandon Graham, too. Brandon Graham, you can see catch the side as well.
Oh, yeah.
That's another dangerous human being to have in there, man. But it is what it is, man. I shook, 1, 2, 3, 5, quite a few hands on a $5 bets. The Detroit Lions would beat the Philadelphia Eagles week 1 at home at Ford Field. I'm closing the gates are closing that way. I'm done shaking hands for that one, yo. I'm officially concerned. I was already on alert last week when they picked up GJ, however the hell you say it. But now with the Big V injury, it sucks a little bit more. But I'm not tripping along. And again, we were missing quite a few pieces last year and still ranked within the top 15 of the league. So we should be straight missing the one.
JV's got that check ready to collect.
I can't throw my 5 in there one last time. You're not taking no well.
Oh man,
you got one more.
You were on my side last week. What's going on?
I don't think this is going to be the solidifying fact. I wouldn't go out there and be like, oh, the Lions are going to lose this game because they don't have Big V in there. I'm not saying that. I think the Lions are going to lose this game anyways. I think the Eagles are going to run up a check on us. But it definitely doesn't help because offensive line is a lot about cohesion. It is a lot about working off of each other. And when you haven't had the reps with your starting 5 in a single game, that doesn't bode well. Yeah. It doesn't bode well for the rest of the season. So we'll have to see it. Hopefully Big V comes right back after that 4th game.
I'll take them cover. I'll take the Lions cover.
What's
the cover? That plus.
What's the spread?
+4.
I'll take that bet too.
Yeah, they'll cover.
You want to double down? No, I'll say.
You said they're not going to cover the 4?
The Eagles will cover.
All right,
they're going to win by 10.
All right.
So hopefully Big V comes back healthy after that 4th week and he's ready to go and we don't suffer any more injuries, but it is not looking great. After we come back from this next break, we are going to be talking about play calling duties for the Lions this year, and it might still be up in the air. We know Dan Campbell talked about liking to call plays. He did that at the end of the year. But Ben Johnson is trying to urge his way in there, trying to enhance this offense in every way he can. And we'll see who we want calling plays for the Detroit Lions this season. But if you took that Big V news pretty hard and you need some help, we got the place for you. And that is SMA, or the Sports Marketing Agency, because the Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the F Word, help spread awareness of fentanyl and other addictions that are plaguing our community. My guy Sean Jordan is doing something great, and he's doing it right here from the Woodward Sports Desk. So make sure, if you need help or you know someone who does, you go to thesportsma.com and get the help you need. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
The Sports Marketing Agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zaniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
What's going on, everybody? It's Spencer for the Folding Warehouse in Hamtramck. You know it. You've heard about it. It's the home of the original football bowling pin game called Folding. 2 different ways you could play. They've got $12 open unlimited play and private lane reservation for $120 and 10 to 12 people. You can bring any type of food you want if you get thirsty. They have a $2 mystery beer vending machine or multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So come down to Hamtramck, check them out in person, or visit them online at foldingwarehouse.com. What up, though, everybody, and welcome back. We are here on the Woodward Heavyweights, on the Woodward Sports Network, chopping it up about the Detroit Lions. We just talked about Big V missing the first 4 weeks of the season, what that is going to do to the Lions. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you share the stream. Tell your friends about it, because we're trying to build something here, baby. But as you know, the man to my left of me, the illustrious, the one and only Speak Easy Sports. Whisper Easy Sports, because his voice is all fucked up. Well, illustrious.
Yeah.
We've got young sus Chris Platty holding down the ones and twos, and our boy JBJ Smooth in that audio booth putting the work in. But as we teased before the break, we're going to look at the offensive side of the ball. We're going to stay on that. But who will be calling plays for the Detroit Lions this year? As you know, last year they brought in Anthony Lynn to be that signal caller, to be the guy out there getting these guys working. Didn't really work out. Dude lost his job halfway through the year. They kicked him down the road and said, sorry, buddy, go work somewhere else. They appointed Ben Johnson, was the tight end guy, came up now to the offensive coordinator. You instantly saw a massive improvement from the Lions, not only in point production and yard gaining, but in the complexity of their routes, in the different things they were doing with different players, getting the ball into your playmakers' hands at any opportunity. We saw Amon-Ra St. Brown coming out of the backfield. We saw a pretty hot MILF walking down the street right there. But you need different options in games, and that's what Ben Johnson did.
That's what my boys are going.
He brought in different options to this Lions offense, but Dan Campbell was the one calling the plays. Dan Campbell was the one making the decisions down the stretch for the Lions at the end of the year. He said at the beginning of the year, we still don't know how that's going to work. We saw Ben Johnson in practice with the walkie. We saw Ben Johnson calling those shots in preseason games. But we have some tape from Dan Campbell talking about who will be calling plays for the Detroit Lions this upcoming season.
It's going to be good. It's going to be fun. And he's done a great job.
I said, who's going to call him?
Well, this is going to be interesting to find out. I'm excited to know, too.
Is there a benefit? Is there like the advantage you mean by not saying who's calling him?
Yeah, I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'm just not quite there yet. I mean, I still have this eagerness to want to call it myself. And so I'm just, man, it's going to be, I don't know. It's going to be good.
When you started to prepare for Philadelphia.
So there you have it. You have Dan Campbell, MCDC, the man himself, talking about he still doesn't know yet who's going to call the plays. Obviously, the competitor, the former player, and who wouldn't want to be in that situation where you're calling plays. So I don't hold that back from him. But in my mind, you got to give Ben Johnson the reins. This is his offense. He built it. These are his guys. He's been working with them. He is putting them in the positions they need to succeed. You got to give him the reins. You got to let him call the plays. How do you feel about it, Eazy?
I think it's being made a bigger story than it really is. And I understand, like, and it's just because it's Dan Campbell. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real about it. Like, the dude's a lightning rod of opinion, and he gets clicks every time you put him in your headline story and stuff like that, because he's always doing wacky stuff. This can be perceived as a wacky thing, but as we know in the NFL, from, I would say, the GOAT of head coaching, a lot of those guys like to keep stuff close to the vest. Now, typically, Dan Campbell's pretty transparent, but with this one, he's obviously kept this close to his vest. At the same time, though, laughing, joking in a lighthearted manner. I fully believe, just watching the delegation that we saw in collaboration between the team and the entire front office when it comes down to cutting the team, is like he's going to delegate this role to Ben Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Johnson's been calling the plays in the preseason, just like you said. On top of making this playbook to Jared Goff and his skill set, sat down together like those two collaborated and got that done with the offensive scheme. So it's definitely Ben Johnson, but I think this is more so as like a coach thing. The coach speaks stuff where he's like, I'm holding this close to my vest. You're gonna have to guess because if Dan Campbell calling plays last year with the sprinkle of Ben Johnson, maybe you have an idea of what he is as a play caller. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he's trying to leave that gate open. Sleeping. He's sleeping. You know what I'm saying? It could confuse the minds of opposing head coaches, but this has been Johnson's job, man. I don't think Dan Campbell is like that type of dude. Again, he's big on delegation. He's big on collaboration, and this has been Johnson's offense to run. He literally made it with Jared Goff. And hey, if it is Dan Campbell, I'm not tripping off that either. Like let's be real about it. The Detroit Lions, if I'm not mistaken, averaged 16 points with Anthony Lynn as the offensive coordinator. Turn it over to Dan Campbell, that then averaged, I think it was like 24. Upwards of that one. I think I wrote down my notes here, but 21.2, 16.8 beforehand though. That's pretty fucking good.
That is pretty good.
A drastic change. And let me add in the fact too that they were also missing DeAndre Swift and TJ Hawkins at that point as well. So like if Dan Campbell's calling the plays, and if he wants to call the plays, I say he's good to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping if that's the case. I will say this though. If it does start Dan Campbell, people shouldn't trip because it could always go back to Ben Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
If it starts Ben Johnson, it doesn't work, they have to go Campbell. I don't necessarily know if that's a good sign for Ben Johnson and that's as offensive coordinator of the team. So I think if it does start Dan Campbell, people pump the brakes a little bit with the criticism, stuff like that. It's just more of a safety, I guess. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Safety bracket for my man Ben Johnson. Yeah, safety net. There you go.
Yeah. See, I don't think this is coach speak. Because we know Dan Campbell as the straight up guy. He's going to tell you how it is. He is going to tell you what he's feeling and what's on his mind. And I think he saw what that offense did last year. Like you said, without DeAndre Swift, without TJ Hawkinson, not having new weapons like DJ Chark and eventually Jameson Williams. He saw what he did when he was calling plays, like you said, that point jump. So he knows that they could produce success when he is calling the plays. He doesn't know that about Ben Johnson just yet. He knows that offense could go out there and look good when he is calling the plays. He doesn't know that about Ben Johnson yet. But I am still in the camp that it should be Ben Johnson. Like you said, he tailor-made this offense, tailor-made this playbook to go out there and run the offense. Go out there and make sure what you want to happen is happening. And if it doesn't work out, oh well. But at least you could say, it was me. I had my hands in it. I can put my stamp on it. Oh, that play didn't work in that situation? All right, that's on me. I called it. And that doesn't breed contempt.
Yeah.
I don't know Ben Johnson on a personal level, at all. We never hear him talk. But that might get to somebody. That might you have people calling you an offensive mind, a young guru, stuff like that. And he might be like, man, this fucking guy Dan Campbell's calling the plays. Come on. I could call a better play than that.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll breed contempt in that way. But either way, I think they are set up for success for the offense. I think the offense is going to have a good year. But this might be something we got to look at.
I don't think, because even look at in the clip where what we just watched, he's laughing, giggling. He's saying like, it's just him. Again, I think it's just like, how they are. They try to keep certain things like hidden. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Dan Campbell not as good as others, I would say. But this is one thing, but he's made light of it every single time.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been laughing. It's always been like a joking manner. Like, there's no, in my opinion, there's no way in hell they get to this point in the season and don't have an answer to that question.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
for
that's
sure.
Just.
It's week one in 4 days.
Yeah.
5 days. They know who's calling the plays.
And like he said, too, like, I want my opponents to think I'm a dipshit. That way they underestimate me. And I fucking, my man Tui Tavasa.
Yeah.
Crack. You know what I'm saying? Let me catch you. Think I'm slipping. I'm going to catch you slipping. 100%.
For sure. Yeah.
I was asked JB.
Yeah.
Or you I apologize.
No.
Who do you think should call plays? And what do you think? You think it's like just, you know what I'm saying? I think it's lighthearted, just bullshitting around. Like,
yeah, it's lighthearted. He's just playing mind games with Philly right now, if anything. It's definitely going to be Ben Johnson. There's, as you said, there's no way you've gone through preseason and everything so far just for you to sit here and be like, nah, I'm going to take the reins and call the offensive calls. No, it's Ben Johnson. Give him a shot. see what he has out there. If things start to go south, then all right, take the reins back, and then you start calling plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's Ben Johnson, like you said. They tailored the whole playbook to his and Jared Goff's ideas, to his and Jared Goff's thoughts of what the offense should look like. They're going to let him run his offense.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell's going to do what he does best, and he's going to fire the troops up.
Yeah, it's his offensive philosophy. Why would you allow him to be the one to see through it? Or, because he knows how he wants it. And, again, just like you said, just like JB said, he's been calling the plays all goddamn offseason.
Mm-hmm.
It's his for taking.
It is his. Yeah, you can't take that away from the guy. You had the confidence to have him supplant Anthony Lynn. You had the confidence to move him up to offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
You had the confidence to bring him all these weapons because you like what he's doing. So you give him that responsibility of calling the plays. You make sure that the product on the field is the product he wants on the field out of this offense. And the most important way to do that is by saying, yeah, Ben, you tell us what to do. You tell us what play we're going to run here. Because nobody will know this playbook and the players specifically better than the offensive coordinator.
100%.
So they need to see him go out there and get it. But if you need something like, I don't know, maybe a haircut, there's only one place you can go, and that is Lady Jane's. Because as you know, we broadcast this show live from the headquarters of Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Birmingham, and it's definitely awesome. When I get off the show, you know, if I want to clean up my dead ends a little bit, maybe take an inch or two off, I can sit down in one of those chairs, and I know my girls, Alyssa or Megan, will take care of me. I highly recommend you get into a Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men near you and let them treat you like a king as well. They are open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. You can walk in any time, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. So get into a Lady Jane's. No appointment necessary, because at Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be back with more Lions talk right after this.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader bet tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
OddsTrader! That's where my voice is gone. Doing shit like that. Come on, guys. OddsTrader.com is the website for game day bets, play-by-play updates, live scores, and the best price on every game from multiple sports books. Make sure you guys go to OddsTrader.com right now for your best bet. Guys, if you're spending your money, be smart with your money. Shop for the best odds at OddsTrader.com, maximizing every single bet you make at OddsTrader.com. Check it out.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. Make sure if you are watching this, you like the stream, you subscribe to the channel, you share it, you tell your friends, because we're trying to build something here. But as you know, the man to my left, speak easy. I am Spencer Raxter. We got Young Sus and JB holding down everything behind the scenes to make us look beautiful and give us out to the people.
I don't know if they're doing all that. I don't know if they're doing too pretty over here.
We just talked about who will be calling plays for this Detroit Lions team last year between Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell. Now, we expect it to be Ben Johnson because he's got some pieces to work with. They have a great wide receiver room.
Yes.
They have a great offensive line.
Yes.
They have a great running back room.
A good running back room.
Maybe not anymore. You know, they got rid of half of them. No, I'm just kidding. But Dan Campbell himself says the team does not have one core strength, but rather it's a complete effort.
Yeah.
It's completely built. They don't have one thing they can hang their hat on. They don't have, like the Ravens. We're a dominant run team. We're going to run the ball on anybody. It doesn't matter. Like the Packers. oh, we got Aaron Rodgers, so we know we can sling that bitch around the field no matter what.
Yeah.
They don't have that one thing Dan Campbell thinks they can hang their head on, but rather they are a complete team, a complete unit. It's going to take everybody to get the job done, and they can't rely on one factor. Do you agree with this statement, and is that a good thing or is that a bad thing coming in to week 1 against the Philadelphia Eagles this Sunday?
I think it's a good thing. I think the best organization or franchise to date, in my opinion, is the New England Patriots. I think one thing I respect about, and that's something that Dan Campbell said coming in and his first presser too, is like, we're going to win as a team. But I look at the New England Patriots, outside of their defense, which has been pretty consistently good throughout former defense coordinator himself, Bill Belichick, but their offense was just as different every single week. Their games were Tom Brady, the GOAT. There's no argument. He's the GOAT in terms of football.
Hey.
Would only throw the football 12 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's Tom Brady. And Bill Belichick's like, yeah, well, this game, you're going to throw this thing 12 times. Mac Jones last year had a game where I think he only completed, 2 passes?
Yeah, through 4.
Yeah, and they're still in the game against the Bills.
I mean,
that's them.
It was
yes.
like 20-degree winds,
for sure.
And it was snowing.
For sure. But it's just not unknown territory for the New England Patriots. They don't really have an identity. And I think that is the best way to win, because a team can't truly prep for you week to week to week. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what you're going to come at them with.
Hey,
like,
yo.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just attacking like their weakness. That's how we're going to win the game. We're going to beat you where you're not good at. We're going to take advantage of that, and we're going to get the dub. And I think it's a good thing. And also, we're at the stage of the team where, like, we're a lot of unproven pieces, man. We may be very high on Amon-Ra St. Brown. Mm-hmm. We may be very high on DeAndre Swift, high on Jameson Williams and DJ Chark. This entire offense, Ben Johnson, all those guys too. But they very much so still have to prove it. And that's just the fact of the matter is, like, yeah, it's going to take all 53 guys to come together and win these football games. This is where we're at.
Yeah.
You could say we have this, we have that, and that's the strength of this team. We got to see it, because 3-13-1. I can't say we have any strengths.
Yes.
If I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is. But 100% good thing, man. Like I said, like, you can't prepare for a team when every single week the identity changes. You don't know what to stop for them. It used to be Calvin Johnson every single week. It was Stafford, the air and out every single week. We had no run game. This is the most complete team we've had, I'd say, in terms of Detroit Lions. Obviously not winning games with it, but in terms of, like, we can kind of go take it wherever it needs to be. And I agree.
Young Sus, you had your hand up?
Yeah, that's what the record is, what scares me about this statement. Because I look through sports, and again, you look at all the greatest teams in basketball, football, they all have some sort of balance to them. They may be stronger in one area, but they're relative. There is a balance. And that's the thing that scares me, is that this team is talking about balance when they won 3 games last year. So they may be balanced, but I don't think
trash.
Yeah, but, like, I don't want to say trash because that's a strong word, because I do believe this roster is okay.
Year.
Yeah, but I'm saying this year. Like, they may be balanced, but they're balanced decent this year. And I think that this team needs something to hang its hat on, something to count on, because it sounds like, to me, this is a team that needs everything to go right to win. And all of these weeks leading up to the season, we've been talking about the holes in the defense and how the offense is very complete, but there's holes in the defense. And so I don't buy that it's a complete team right now. And if it is a complete team, that honestly makes me look at the win total as maybe I want to go a little under. It makes me nervous.
Yeah, I don't think he's saying they're complete, as more it's going to take the entire team to win these games. I'm saying, because we don't have a certain strength. It's very unproven. These guys are very much in the developmental stage. We go back to Dan Campbell talking to Frank Reich during the joint practices. Hey, appreciate you doing this. For our guys can really use this. I hope we can help you out too. Like, we're still in the development of even developing an identity of what we are good at. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of pieces are changing. Again, we're still continuing to change every single day, or every single year, I should say, because I expect a higher end draft pick next year, you know what I'm saying, which is probably going to be a stud, hopefully, for this franchise for years to come. And it's just, I don't think it's more so like the team is complete. It's just like it's going to take everything we got to win these games. And I'm with it. I think that's what we were last year, and a little bit of success we saw. That defense had nobody on it, but they still came together as a unit every once in a while and made the games at least close.
Yeah, I do think you're right that that's what he meant by it, because I don't think he's saying, like, they don't have one unit that's stronger, because the offensive line is obviously the strongest unit on this team. It has the most invested into it, all of them high draft picks or high paid guys. It's got the most time. We talked about last year, we were missing arguably two of our top three most important pieces on that offensive line, and they were still going out there and performing at a high level. But I agree with what you said. I think he's saying they can't be one-dimensional. They can't be like, oh, this is the Lions. They're going to run the ball first and second down and then throw it on third. Oh, they're always going to do this because they rely on this guy. Oh, they're only going to throw the ball to Amon-Ra St. Brown because they can't trust their other guys. I think he's saying that he needs cohesion on all fronts. He needs everybody to do their job, and he's going to rely on multi-different facets to win games. He's going to rely on that running game while still relying on the passing attack. He is going to rely on the defensive line to get to the quarterback while still relying on the safeties and cornerbacks to cover in that backfield. So I expect him to preach that. You said he already has. He said we need everybody. We're all in, 10 toes down. This is what we're doing, baby. So I expect him to keep preaching that, and that's what you need. Football is the ultimate team sport. No matter how good you are, if you're just a one-man army, you're not going to get anything done. And the Lions need that. They're going to need it from every level. They're going to need it on offense from the offensive line. They're going to need it from the receivers to get open. They're going to need it from Jared Goff to make the throws and make the plays. They're going to need it for the running backs to get that play-action game rolling. And then you look at the defense. Obviously, they needed that improvement that Aiden Hutchinson hopefully is going to bring to our pass rushers. They need the back end to stay attached to guys and those linebackers to make tackles when presented to them. So they're going to need help from every single position on the field if they want to win games, because they don't have the elite talents.
Yeah.
They don't have a Todd Gurley that you can hand the ball to 40 times a game. They don't have an Antonio Brown in his prime where you could throw him the ball 10 times and he's going to go for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. They don't have the Aaron Rodgers to, it doesn't. We don't have to draft them a receiver ever. It's Aaron Rodgers. Things are going to work out. They don't have those luxuries. So they're going to need everybody to come in and do their jobs and do them at a high level if they want to succeed.
Yeah, I mean, you even look at, an example, Justin Herbert. People all over him saying he's next big thing. Like he could be as great as he has been the past 2 years. They haven't hit the playoffs. It's a team game.
Facts.
More than any other sport, I think it's a team game. It's football. And Tom Brady wouldn't a lot of his, as much as he's D-road, and he is the GOAT. He's got 7 of them, 2 different franchises at this point too.
7 of them tangs.
But if it weren't for those defenses in a lot of those situations, if it weren't for a kicker in a lot of those situations, I'm saying he wouldn't have all those goddamn rings. Yeah. It's absolutely
2 of the most clutch kick. People don't talk about that. Tom Brady had 2 of the most clutch kickers of all time with Vinatieri and Gostkowski. Those guys got shit done.
100%.
Yeah.
Team game, even to the point the backup quarterback. We look at Nick Foles and the Eagles, team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that defense did a damn good job too. I mean, JB, you're a football guy. Where you at with Dan Campbell saying it's going to take all 53? Well, more of a team rather than a single identity.
I like that when he said when you guys say it's going to take all 53 of us. It's going to be all of a team. But the whole statement of we're not good at one core thing, I don't like that. Yeah, I would have much been happier if you would have said we're just a balanced team. We got key players and key spots that we're good in all these positions on the field. For you to say that just kind of says you don't have confidence in any one position on the team. But when you say, hey, we're all together as one, it's going to take one for us all to win this game, I like that a lot better. And Dan Campbell has made a bunch of statements out here where he's kind of put his foot in his mouth, and we're all just left wondering, what did that even mean? And I think this is another one you could add to that list.
And that also, I agree, JB, very, very eloquently put, that's what Dan Campbell is. That's what he preaches. Yeah, he's the fun time party guy. Like you said, funny quotes, race car helmets, super double shots of coffee, but he's been preaching since he got here, the team. It's not, we're not individuals. We're not guys, we're going to get rid of Anthony Lynn because he wasn't making this team better. We're going to get rid of Jamie Collins because he wasn't making this team better. We're going to get rid of Trey Flowers because he wasn't making this team better. You need guys in there that know how to play with the other guys. You need guys in there that are going to do their damn jobs. They're not going to be playing hero ball out here. I don't want to see you playing hero ball out there. No, but it's what you need. Like I said, when you're not in the luxury of having that extreme talent of an Aaron Rodgers, of a Todd Gurley, of a Julio Jones, You can't just hang your hat on that and be like, oh, it doesn't matter if we get like even the Lions when we had Matthew Stafford. Oh, it doesn't matter if we get down a touchdown or two, Matty will come back. He'll come back in the fourth quarter. Like, we don't have that this year. We don't have we can just hand the ball off to DeAndre every play. He's going to get 10 yards. It doesn't matter. Oh, we don't have to run any intricate route packages. We know DJ Chark's going to be open every play.
Yeah.
Like, as good as we think these guys are, as rightfully so, they're not world beaters. They're going to need everybody to step up, everybody to do their jobs, and play as a team.
100%. And I'm with Dan Campbell. I think this is a good thing. I think that's how you want to develop these young minds, too. You don't want them to become self-centered or think that everything revolves around them. But it's just how you get business done. Again, go to the Patriots. They don't have a true identity. They changed every single week. Obviously, with Mac Jones, they are a little bit more limited now. They're kind of forced to run the ball. But, again, Tom freaking Brady was held to 12 attempts based off scheme and game plan. You know what I'm saying? That's just how things are done. If I don't have an identity, you can't predict what I'm about to do because it changes every single week based on what you're bad at. And it forces you to work on you a little bit. You can't focus on us and what we got going on. And I guarantee you, if they come up short, they probably drink a little bit of Citron. All right, get the back of the game a little bit because Citron's official drink of the Detroit Red Wings. Citron's combined all three of their delicious flavors into a limited edition 6-pack sampler box. You guys can try that right now at citronworld.com/Red Wings. They got the sugar-free, the classic, and the cranberry, my personal favorite, but today I'm on that sugar-free. Probably shouldn't with my voice the way it is, but I need the extra boost, guys. Get energized with Citron. Let's go Red Wings. Detroit Red Wings official energy drink. You know they're on the come up, man. Make sure you come back. So Woodward Heavyweights, we'll be right back talking Detroit Lions.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
It's a great day to get some Citron in your life. Okay. There it is. Citron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Citron World, baby. Citron, available at select Krogers, and if you want to know how, go to @CitronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
What's going on, everybody? It is Spencer for Bedrock Detroit. As you know, Bedrock and Rocket Mortgage basically turned an old parking lot into a massive outdoor playground, and that is the Monroe Street Midway. It's right downtown, right next to Campus Marshes. They have roller skating, basketball courts, a food court, multiple live music performances, and they got art installations from Detroit artists. So make sure if you're downtown hanging out on a date, or you're just enjoying the city before a Tigers game, which, I mean, you're going to need something to enjoy if you're going to a Tigers game, because you're not going to get any enjoyment out of that. You go check out the Monroe Street Midway, presented by Bedrock Detroit and Rocket Mortgage. What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Woodward Heavyweights. I am Spencer Raxter. That is Speak Easy. You know we got Young Sus, Chris Platty, and JD Smooth holding it down in the booth. And before we get into what we were talking about,
a little
the
bit of
Lions,
breaking news almost, kind of.
we want, first of all, you guys got to like and subscribe. You know, that's just the rules.
Before we break the news.
Make sure you like the damn video, subscribe to the damn channel, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your mom to hit me up. But we just were alerted by our man Jay Smooth in the sound booth that Blake Martinez, the former Packers, former New York Giant linebacker who was recently cut
Yep.
In shocking fashion, because
and
he's
mutual cut too. By the way, don't think that he was a bum or nothing like that. It's a whole new system, whole new defense, and he wasn't feeling it. And they had this,
they moved on.
Yeah,
multiple 140+ tackle seasons.
Yes, sir.
Only 28 years old. He says the Detroit Lions would be a perfect fit.
It was the heavy. The heavy said the Detroit Lions would be a perfect fit.
Okay.
Yeah, but there is some connection there though, because obviously, yes, there is a need at linebacker. Blake Martinez is available. The Detroit Lions, right before we went live, made a roster move, and they cut Derek Deese Jr. from the practice squad. Maybe open a slot, they move somebody else down.
And they did restructure Taylor Decker's contract over the weekend to free up $4.5 million on that salary cap.
Let me hit that. What's my man, Brian
Windhorst?
Why would they do that?
Why would they do that?
That's a strange move.
I'll tell you what.
Are the Detroit Lions bringing in Blake Martinez, Smitty?
The Lions, what they did poorly in the preseason and poorly last year was stop the run. Obviously, we saw that in full force against the Philadelphia Eagles last year when they ran the ball all over us and racked up 40 points. Blake Martinez is a guy who can help stop the run. Blake Martinez is a guy who you could bring in and would immediately be the best linebacker on your team. 100% no doubt. So if you can, you do. You go out and get him. And you bring him in here. And who doesn't want to play for Dan Campbell? Who doesn't want to play for Aaron Glenn? Like, these guys inspire confidence. These guys give me more hope that free agents, guys like that, will think highly of the Lions. They're like, all right, MCDC, he's a cool guy. I like him. We can go play for him. I don't know if they're going to do it because I still think he's going to go to a contender. That's probably what he wants. He wants to win, I assume. So I think he'll go somewhere like that. But, man, I wouldn't mind seeing Blake Martinez in a Lions uniform. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, see, there's some rumors Kansas City may pick him up. But, again, if I were Brian Windhorst, and to sell you guys some hope, some roster moves were made, like you said. Taylor Decker, some money was moved around with him. Although we were in the negative $1 million beforehand too, so maybe that was for that as well. But Derek Deese Jr. cut from the practice squad. Just saying, might keep your eye on it. Put that shit on.
So, Blake Martinez was cut from the New York Giants, and the Lions suffer at linebacker. But the Lions have also restructured the contract of Taylor Decker, freeing up $4.5 million in cap space. And just today, cut Derek Deese Jr., opening a roster spot for possibly one Blake Martinez. Not saying it's crazy, but it could happen. But that's all I got for that. It was just a little tidbit that we wanted to get out to you guys because they have been making moves. I still think they're going to do something. Whether it is Blake Martinez, that would make the most sense. He is the highest rated linebacker on the market available still. That is the Lions' probably #1 position of need. So it fits. But speaking of linebackers, speaking of defense, speaking of situations, ESPN.
Oh, I forgot about this.
As you guys know, we are the list killers.
Yes.
We've been doing this all summer long. Shout out the Tigers for sucking, so we had to just pick on everybody's lists and couldn't talk about them at all. ESPN projects the Detroit Lions to have the worst defense in 2022. Give up the most points in all of the NFL. We know the defense is concerning. We know there isn't a lot of talent on that side of the ball. Does this make sense? Is this fair for ESPN to have the Lions dead last in the NFL, giving up the most points on the season with the 5th weakest schedule?
4th.
5th.
4th.
You sure?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it's all of the NFC East and then us.
It's we got the 4th weakest schedule, easiest schedule.
4th easiest schedule in the NFL. Does it make sense for the Lions to have the worst defense give up the most points?
This is all according to Mike Clay, by the way, of ESPN. One singular person, not ESPN as a whole. And by his own metrics and his own measurements and statistics that he's made, his own rankings on defensive units. And as much as I want to be a list killer and argue this and shit on this take, once you start breaking this thing down a little bit, it starts to add up and make a little bit of sense. Just a little bit. One, he's got our interior defense ranked 29th, which, gotta be honest with you, outside of Aleem McNeil, he's probably right. A lot of unproven commodities there. Aleem McNeil is one coming into his own. I can't sit here and definitively argue that, hey, you got that effed up. This team's worse than us. This team's worse than us. 29th is probably pretty fitting. We don't even have a partner alongside Aleem McNeil set in stone. Then you got the linebacking core, which I can agree. As much as I love my guy Malcolm, it is his rookie year. I think he obviously still can take some steps as he develops. Ranked 32nd. I'd have to agree with that one. 32nd worst linebacker core in the NFL. Defensive backs. This one, maybe I'd argue you could bump up to 29, but he has them ranked 31st in that too. Eesh. Which again, I can't really. I mean, I'm already. He looked good last year. Amari had moments last year, but 31st, we got Jeff Okudah and Will Harris on the other side of him. I can't really argue that one too hard. Edge defenders, we get a little bit more respect than 21st, which is still the bottom half of the league, and it's very true. Along with the injuries, Josh Pascal, Aquara, who else is missing too? Someone on the edge. I can't think off the top of my head.
Julian.
Yes, Julian Aquara as well, which I think he's back at practice. 21st edge defenders, safeties 26. Collectively, just based off those rankings, which again I don't think they're too far off. Yeah, I'd say we probably have one of the worst defensive units. But having the fourth easiest schedule, money, bro. Yeah. All day. I think that's like where he is, like, got fucked up a little bit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because as much as we did let up, I think, the second most points last year, that schedule was a lot of questionable quarterbacks that made the entire list, and I'll have to probably bring that back to the show. But those guys aren't going to share all over us the way people are thinking, man. I don't think that's the case at all. And I think you got to show a little bit of respect. But in terms of like collective defense, man, I'm with it.
Yeah,
I'm not with it, but I can't argue too much of it. The worst, it hurts to hear, but I don't think that's the case.
Yeah,
I'll say second worst. All right.
The Lions. It's like you said, they have one of the weakest schedules in the league based on last year's win percentage from teams on their schedule. They are fifth, and it's
fourth.
They're fifth.
Fourth.
I'm looking at it right now.
I don't know what you're looking at.
Cowboys, the win percentage against the teams last year, 46.2%. Same with the Commanders. Eagles is 46.4. Giants is 46.5, and then we're 46.7. So they have the fifth easiest, and it is tough because teams in the NFL can score. Doesn't matter if you have the fifth easiest. Doesn't matter if you have the 20th easiest. Teams in the NFL can score if they're presented against a bad defense, and the Lions had a bad defense last year. We brought in pieces. We made investments. We expect them to be better than they were last year, but how much better? How much better can Aiden Hutchinson make this defense? How much better can bringing back Jeff Okudah make this defense? Does that take us out of the bottom of the league? Because you got to think the new pieces that we're going to see off rip. Aiden Hutchinson, Jeff Okudah being back, and then that's it. Chris Board, is he a gamer? Does he leverage it all? Malcolm Rodriguez isn't on the starting lineup in the depth chart they just released. Josh Pascal isn't on the lineup because he's injured. They brought back a lot of the same guys. And this defense is still going to be tough, so I'm not mad about it. I do think we have one of the worst defenses in the league. Is it the worst? Probably not, but we'll have to see something. They're going to have to change my mind. And I don't think, letting up 42 by the Eagles week one is going to be something to console a lot of people.
Chill, bro. They're not going to score that much. You guys are tripping, man.
They did it last year.
We were a whole different team.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of guys more healthy. I think the offense gave them prime position every single time, too. You say the defense stopping us, they're in prime position to score every single time. Different. Come on, guys. And we got to see what they have to offer. I say it all the time, you have the sophomore slumps that quarterbacks have. Look, Jalen Hurts, last year was his first year starting. I know it was his second year in the NFL, but his first year starting. Once you get that year of tape on him, we're going to flip the script a little bit. It's going to get a little bit rougher now. I do think the Eagles are still a good team and one to be feared, to be reckoned with, but let's pump the brakes a little bit. We saw what he offered as a quarterback in the pocket last year, and it wasn't pretty. He got a lot of his dirt done by scrambling and running. I said it all the time. Our guy AG limited Lamar Jackson last year. He's the best, without question. He's the best in the league at scrambling from the pocket. So, again, we got the tape on him. We have the experience of playing him. We have a whole different approach offensively, which they, you know what I'm saying, they may not be accustomed to or is used to. But worse is just, it's tough to argue, obviously, given the facts. But given our schedule heading into this year, I'd say we rank definitely higher than that.
Yeah.
By the end of the year.
We're going to need some help, though.
100%.
Like you said, it's tough. You're going to need some help. And if you need help on defense, there's only one place you can go.
Where's that?
That's Guardian Alarm.
Okay.
Because Guardian Alarm is here to give you protection on and off the field with their 24/7 local monitoring. They keep you safe, whether you're at home or on the road. All you have to do is call 1-800. That's 1-800. Right now, call it. Tell them Woodward Sports sent you, and they'll get you hooked up so you can stay protected. It's Guardian Alarm, and they take care of you. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We will be right back.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Big Frog is giving away free t-shirts. That's right, a free t-shirt, a free Woodward Sports t-shirt. All you got to do is go in there and tell them we sent you, and they will print you out one on the spot. So make sure you go into Big Frog today and get your free t-shirt, or visit them online at bigfrog.com/Novi. What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Woodward Heavyweights, where the Lions have the 5th easiest strength of schedule based on team win percentage last year. To the man to the left of me, it is Speak Easy. For the man holding it down in the booth, you know, young sus Chris Platty and JBJ Smooth on them audio mixers. I am Spencer.
We gotta
Exter.
balance out these nicknames.
We appreciate you guys in here watching us, but make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you tell your friends, because the Woodward Heavyweights are here Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, holding it down. We just got done talking about the Lions having one of the worst defenses in the league, apparently, and we need to stray away a little bit, because all football is back, not just Lions football. College football is back too. Michigan State both had performances over the weekend.
Yes, sir.
Michigan State struggled in the third quarter of their performance, but they ended up beating Western still by 22 points, covering the spread. Michigan went out there, absolutely obliterated Colorado State, even without quarterback play of any kind. They came out there and they dookied on them. So, based on the two performances, we'll start with Michigan State. What are your concerns for Michigan State football going into this season, and where do you think they need to improve?
I'd probably say run defense. Western Michigan. Now, I don't think Western Michigan's like one of the worst teams in the MAC. They're probably actually one of the better teams in the MAC, but they're able to run the football a lot easier than I wanted them to as a Michigan State fan. shout them out, talking everything they're doing. I see they got that transfer from Mississippi State, another MSUer guy, if you will. I think his name was Aaron Burrell, something like that. We had 4 sacks in his debut. Again, against Western Michigan, but a little bit nervous in defense. In the fourth quarter, I remember looking up and I'm seeing the score, and it's like 13-21. A little nervous. I'm saying, like, I prefer to have a 55-7 score like Michigan had against Colorado State. But I would argue that Western Michigan a little bit better than Colorado State, in my opinion. But the defense probably what I'm a little bit more concerned of. I thought we saw some sexy highlight plays. I know that my man Peyton Thorne had another opportunity to score in the red zone, but he obviously threw that interception on the run, though. So you don't want to see that stuff, though. But obviously, I don't think that speaks to his pocket accuracy or pocket presence because, again, scrambling, trying to make a play, feeling himself. They're playing Western Michigan. He already threw 1 touchdown. My man caught it, Parker, one-handed. It was nice. He was saying the other one, too.
That was a dirty catch.
Yeah, all his 3 touchdowns to 3 different receivers, by the way, for my man Peyton Thorne. The 1 interception he had, again, scrambling, trying to make something happen, and it didn't work his way. But I'll probably say defense is a little bit more of the concern for me, more specifically the run defense.
Yeah.
You're a Spartan dog yourself. What are you concerned about?
I was concerned with the injuries that we walked away from in that game. Is Xavier Henderson, the emotional leader, the 5-year senior, the guy who was by far the best player in that secondary. It looks like he's going to be done for the year. Suffered a bad leg injury, and that sucks. It sucks losing a guy of that caliber. And then you go out there, you lose Darius Snow as well, who was another emotional leader on that team, a big player in that defense. We don't know. I don't know how long he's going to be gone for or the extent of his injury, but it didn't look good either. Looks like he's going to miss some serious time. So losing both of those guys, you're going to need guys to step up. You're going to need guys to go out there on that defensive play. Because we already know that was the biggest failure of last year's team was that secondary. Because their passing defense was the worst in the FBS. So to fill it's hard to fill a role when you lose, your preseason All-American, you're the captain of your defense, the guy who was, the emotional leader. He's gone after week 1, probably going to miss. You saw him. He had the full leg brace on crutches on the sideline, completely out of pads at the end of that game. So that's tough to see, and I feel bad for the guy. He's a great player, hell of a leader on that defense, and somebody's going to need to step up in that role. So that's the biggest concern for me, is coming out of that game with those 2 key players injured. And on the offensive side of the ball, we need more consistency out of Peyton Thorne. He's got a great deep ball, and we saw a couple of them. He had some beautiful throws down the sidelines. We saw some guys step up, make some plays. Jaden Reed didn't even really play that well, but a couple other receivers stepped up in his absence. You saw Berger go for 120 yards and a touchdown on the ground. The offense will get there. They're kind of shaking off the rust there for a while, but yeah, and then losing Snow and X are big hits to the Michigan State team and to the Michigan State defense. JB, what are your biggest concerns?
I definitely got to agree with you. It's definitely the defense for me. That secondary, of course. I know Western Michigan isn't the greatest team, and MSU was supposed to basically just dog walk all over them, but Mel Tucker knows that he needs to go back in the lab and redo this defense, try to get them back on track, because as you said, the injuries, they're definitely going to hurt us. They're definitely a concerning part. Everyone who's behind them has to step up. They just have to. That's the big move that we need to make here.
Sus, our third Spartan dog, what is your concern?
I mean, honestly, I'm going to make it short because it's everything you guys said. To me, they just I'm not as confident as I should have been after week 1, to put it simply.
Yeah, I'm not freaking out because I expected this team to be a step down from what it was last year, but like I said, man, the offense I'm not worried about at all. The offense I'm not worried about. You saw, like I said, Berger go for 120 yards on 16 carries with a touchdown. You saw Jarek Broussard have 54 yards. He looked good on the ground as well. Peyton Thorne even showed it off a little bit. He had a couple nice scrambles. The guy's more athletic than he gets credit for. But
got cracked on one of them.
With Jaden Reed only having 2 catches for 31 yards, you had Trey Mosley step up. Had a big catch. Added another one, finished with 52 yards. You had Keon Coleman out there making great plays, finished with 84 yards and a touchdown. We saw the tight end uses, like you said, with Barker and his touchdown in the back of the end zone, that one-handed snag. And Malik Carr looks good. He looked good last year. He came back this year. He looks like he's in a little bit better shape. He just needs to run his routes better, man. He's a sloppy route runner to me. But you have weapons on that offense, so Peyton just needs to calm down a little bit. He was only 50% completion percentage, but they need to get it moving. I expect them to come out in their next game against Akron and put some points on the board, because there were points there. Peyton missed a couple deep balls where, Jaden Reed, I think it was like the first drive of the game that ended up being a punt. Jaden Reed had his guy beat by 2 steps, and he just put it too far in front of him. So we saw them connect on that last year all the time. So it's going to happen. Like, I'm not worried about the offense, but the defense concerns me. It really does. Even with the National Defensive Player of the Week, Jacoby Whitman, went out there, had 4 sacks, 4 tackles for loss, a forced fumble. The guy was a menace. That is another transfer portal guy that Mel Tucker went out there and got. Mel Tucker went out there, grabbed him, brought him in from, I think, UNLV, and he went out there and he looked elite. This, even without Mel Tucker's guys fully in there yet, without his army of 4-star recruits he has coming over these next 2 draft classes, these are some of the most athletes I've seen on the field for Michigan State. Like, you see big built dudes out there, you're not really used to seeing that. Like, obviously you had the Shalik Calhouns, the Everett Golstons of where these guys are freak athletes, but now it seems like we have a lot of them at a lot of different positions, and some of the defensive players there are humming. Like Charles Brantley had a great game. He had 6 tackles. Angelo Gross had a great game. He had 4 tackles. I talked about Jacoby Whitman already, but we're going to need more people in that secondary to step up. Charles Brantley is good. He's going to need to step up big, though.
Yeah. Defense was a little bit of a concern last year, too.
Yes.
And that's why, last week and Friday I asked you, are you sold on the Mel Tucker brand? Like, or do we feel like it was a little bit of magic last year?
No, I'm sold on the Mel Tucker brand 100%. Obviously, it was a little bit of magic last year. You brought in, that last year, people forget, last year was like his first season. His first year, D'Antonio didn't leave until 2 months before the season started. So Tucker didn't have any recruits. He didn't have the National Signing Day. He didn't have the ability to go in there and get people out of the portal because D'Antonio kept the team hamstrung for so long until he said peace 2 months before the season started, and it was a COVID year. So last year was his first real season, his only first season actually recruiting at Michigan State. And what did he do? He went out there and won 11 games. He brought in a Heisman contender. He did things like that. Yeah, he got a little lucky with bringing in Kenneth Walker. I'm sure he identified Kenneth Walker, knew he was going to be good, knew he'd be an asset this season, but you can't predict that anybody is going to come out there and be a Heisman contender, be the best running back in football when you haven't seen him do it before. But he did it again this year. He brought in a guy that fits the system, that is a hard runner in Jalen Berger. And what did he do in the first game? He went out there, he ran for 120 yards and a touchdown. Like, that's what Mel does. He goes out there, he identifies talent on other teams, and he fucking takes it from them. So I'm sold on Mel Tucker. He still doesn't even have his guys in there yet. I said this at the end of the year last year. I said it before the season started this year. This is going to be a down season for Michigan State because they lost K9. They lost Speedy Naylor. They lost some of those pieces on defense. And not having the ability to predict who's going to be a Heisman contender or not isn't a knock on Mel Tucker. He doesn't have his guys in there yet. After next year, in 2023, if they go out there and win 8 games, yeah, I'll be concerned. But this year, I'm not concerned about it. I still think they'll go out there and they'll win 10 games, and they'll have a good year. But I think they're going to lose to Michigan, and I think they're going to lose to Ohio State. Fucking Flame Sandal thinks we're going to lose to Washington. He also thought Nebraska was going to win 9 games under Scott Frost. Come on. No, I love you, Sam. But they're gonna take it a step back for sure because people predicted them to win 3 games last year, and they went out there and won 11. Nobody saw that coming. So you can't harp on Mel Tucker for completely exceeding his expectations and then coming back down to earth the next year. Like, that's what happens.
That's fair.
They need some big boys, and they got big boys coming in 2022 and 2023 and 2024. But if you need a big boy, you just got to go down the street because they're all over the place. And right now, they got burgers and fries. Look at that. For a limited time only, a few burgers and loaded fries have been added to the menu at Big Boy. It's not the Slim Jim, it's the Big Jim. The chili cheese is such a tease. And guess what else is new? The bacon blue. How about upgrading those fries? They got chili cheese fries.
Got the fries.
Big potato fries. I got the fries that cross your eyes. I got the burgers that
I just got burgers.
They got chili cheese fries, baked potato fries. Those probably hit. I might have to go get that chili cheeseburger and some baked potato fries. I hate blue cheese, but nacho fries as well. Those look like a hitter. So satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be back breaking down Michigan's performance after this.
It took exploring 50 different formulas and hosting countless taste tests, but we believe Gypsy Vodka is the smoothest vodka on the market. Don't believe us? Ask the owners.
We're Mike and Adam Kazanowski with High Five Spirits Distillery. We're in close to about 1,200 locations throughout Michigan. We wanted to create a brand that was geared more towards freedom, love, adventure, and at the end of the day, we really wanted to tell a story that inspired other people to take risks, follow their dreams, whatever that might be.
Hey, it's Scott from the Woodward Bet Show. Hey, we're fired up. We got NFL football this week. You guys are going to have to check us out at 4:30 at the Woodward Bet YouTube page. You guys are also going to have to go over to that app store and check out oddstrader.com. It's got live scoring, play-by-play updates, and best place to check all the odds and sports books right in the palm of your hand. But hey, we like fun coupons. We got to get ready for NFL football, so let's get after it. So listen, Johnny Cueto, 2-1, 1.0 whip in his last 3 starts. Sounds good to me. I'll take him today against the Mariners. Oddstrader.com, Woodward Bets. Check it out.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boys Eazy and Spencer back from break. Still on the heavyweights. Still here Monday, Friday, 5 to 7. You still got to like and subscribe. And your mom's a hoe. So, we just got done talking about Michigan State's performance against Western Michigan. Now let's talk about Michigan. Michigan fans, oh, they're here. They blew out Colorado State. Oh my God. You know, it was an impressive performance, but come on. They're not world beaters because they beat Colorado State. That's the worst team, one of the worst teams in FBS last year. And who they play next? Hawaii. One of the worst teams in FBS last year. And who they play after that?
No clue.
UConn. The worst team in FBS last year. So Michigan looked good. Their defense looked good. Their offense looked Cade looked like trash. When JJ was brought in, it looked better, but Cade McNamara looked awful. He was putting balls at receivers' feet 10 yards away. He almost threw an interception, which I kind of wish he did, so we could have just gotten over it and been like, yeah, JJ's starting, obviously. Like, this guy threw an interception against Colorado State. But I expect JJ McCarthy to go out there against Hawaii and hang his nuts on Max Holloway. Like, he's going to go out there and he's going to put up stupid numbers. Hawaii's a terrible team. We saw what they did in week 1. They got absolutely obliterated. And Michigan's going to outperform them. Michigan's defense looked good. They are, when they're playing Big Ten offensive lines, they're not going to have the same pass rush that they did last year. But I think the team speed is higher. The team speed looked pretty impressive.
So many weapons.
Maybe it was just because of Colorado State, but that defense looked fast out there. They were making plays. And offensively, you need J.J. McCarthy in there because, like you said, they have so many weapons on the outside.
Yeah.
They didn't even fucking use Andrell Anthony, who I think is their best receiver. And they can't put him out there because Cade McNamara can't throw a ball more than 5 yards past the line of scrimmage. So once you have J.J. McCarthy in there, you're going to start seeing this Michigan offense look pretty dangerous. And I expect them to go out there and put up 50 again next week, and then put up 50 again against UConn. And then probably put up 50 against Maryland. Because Michigan has a 2-game schedule this year. It's Michigan State and it's Ohio State. So they're going to need to go out there and, they're going to take care of business. They don't even have to throw the ball against Hawaii if they don't want to. I guarantee they could run the ball every single play up the middle and score 35 points. Hawaii is awful. and they're coming to the big house. They could probably turn the ball over every possession against UConn, not score a single offensive touchdown, and still win that game. Because UConn is ass cheeks, and they're in the big house. So I don't want to see Michigan fans getting too excited over these first couple wins. Yeah, the team looks good. You can be excited about that, but don't be excited about putting up 50 points against Colorado State, Hawaii, and UConn. Because we saw what a real team does. Georgia went out there. They played Oregon week 1, and they thrashed them. That was bad. Oregon's a real team. Oregon would put up 50 against Colorado State. Georgia would put up 150 against Colorado State. Like that's the difference, I thought, between the SEC and the Big Ten. Like, Georgia did what Michigan did to Colorado State to Oregon. Like, that was impressive. But no, Michigan's gonna have a good season. They're gonna lose to Ohio State, and they might still make the college football playoff as a one-loss team. So we'll see what goes on there. But with their strength of schedule, if they lose to Ohio State, I find it hard that they'd make the college playoff.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. It's crazy because, like, just watching the weapons around Cade. I said this in the chat earlier on BDE, and it is a bit of like over-exaggeration. But I just look back to like Ohio State last year, and like they have weapons everywhere on the receiving end. I think Michigan's, I'm not going to say to the same level because obviously you have like 3 first-rounders in that situation. Yeah, so much so pushed Jamison Williams out, and he went to Alabama. But Michigan's got some fucking studs, bro. Some studs that, like, there's no way you're only completing, 12? 9? And obviously they won, and again, Studley, they look deadly. I can only hope that JJ comes as advertised because I just want to see some good football at that point.
Yeah.
People always say college is a better product. Like, guys, I'm not. I turned that off by like the second quarter. I'm not like Colorado's. The way they came up the tackle, they're like, oh, I'm here now. Like, it was bad, man. And I'm not. I'm gonna watch JJ because I want to see what JJ does.
Yeah.
As opposed to Cade, because it's kind of crazy that like if JJ is what he's supposed to be, that he's not already the starter. Because like they're behind the line of scrimmage passes. They just whiffing on by 5 yards.
Yeah.
And again, Michigan, like you said, they're going to have a good year. I'm not trying to bash them. I don't want any type of Michigan fan taking this as that. But, like, being realistic, you guys know. You guys want JJ yourselves. Like, not a pretty picture with Cade's in there. I think it was, like, a showing that this is JJ's job to lose 100% against Hawaii. And it's weird to even have that competition, per se, when, again, you aren't really facing top-tier caliber competition. But it is what it is, man. JJ's they gotta give him a chance at this point, and to have all those guys at your fingertips to utilize to win these games on the offensive end, and you're just not like they're gonna stop coming.
Yeah,
or they're gonna want out because like say you're trying to make a jump to the NFL, and obviously the higher draft position, the higher your check, the more you're getting paid. You're not reaching those levels with Cade as your quarterback. You're just not.
Yeah.
In my opinion, at least, I think you want somebody who could throw it down the field a little bit to show what you can do, not just hey, look at him on this bubble screen, and like it's just my opinion of it. I was pro Cade, by the way, heading into the year because I was the guy saying, hey, the head coach is the one there every single day watching them, how they play and how they communicate with their players and all that other stuff. But like at this point, and he is getting it, JJ's got to get a chance, man. JB, what would you make of that Michigan game?
Hey, look, let me tell you this right now. Even though when we go up against each other, the Spartans versus U of M, of course I'm a little biased because I'm a Spartan fan, but looking at this Michigan game against Colorado, they look damn good.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to give respect. The defense is top-notch. Cade, I'm not sold on him. I think this is JJ's job. Harbaugh just doesn't want to come out and say that. And guys, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought Cade was supposed to play this entire game and not just sit out half. So I don't understand what went wrong there, but I guess it just goes to show that Harbaugh does see more faith in JJ than Cade. So we'll see this next game, man.
Yeah, it's tough. It's like you said, if I was a Michigan wide receiver and Cade McNamara was named the starting quarterback, I would transfer. Why the fuck would I play for a team where I'm going to get 2 balls thrown my way and they're going to be at my feet? You go somewhere to build your brand. You go somewhere to make some money and hopefully get drafted. And if you're a wide receiver and Cade McNamara is your quarterback in Jim Harbaugh's offensive system, you're not getting more than 2 balls thrown your way.
9 passes completed for 136 yards with obviously Blake Corum out of the backfield, but Donovan Edwards. Oh my! Wilson even too. I believe. What was the one who scored the touchdown? I texted you. Yeah, Roman Wilson.
Roman Wilson.
Dude, he looked like a stud too. Again, it's Colorado State, so it's hard to like measure.
No, they're all good.
Yeah,
all of their wide receivers very good. They're
studs.
Yeah, their skill positions are great. Blake Corum's great. Donovan Edwards is great. Cade McNamara sucks.
Yeah,
he's terrible.
JJ on the story after the game posted a picture, and some people perceiving it as like him taking a shot at Harbaugh for him like not getting the start because it was like it was a guy hanging off a branch. Damn it, I should have sent it in. Actually, I think I do have a screenshot. Maybe I'll text it to Sus. But yeah, a guy wearing yellow and blue, but again, it's just a yellow shirt, blue jeans, not like amazing blue. But and then he had a bag weighing him down, falling off the branch. It's called Ego, and like, but. Dude,
I don't think. Yeah, that's a shot at Harbaugh for sure.
9 of 18, 136. Yeah, if he's not starting after Hawaii, he's gone. He may even be gone after this year. If that post was truly about Harbaugh, this is not a good look at all, man. Again, if you're these wide receivers, like you want out. And JJ, the limited time he got, I know it was only 4 for 4, 30 yards.
And if you're a top flight quarterback, why would you ever go to Michigan?
Yeah.
After seeing JJ McCarthy might start his 3rd year. Sitting behind, even if you do start, you're going to be handing the ball off 30 times. You don't get fat NIL deals. And look at the quarterback talents that have had, that Dylan McCaffrey got Wilson Spate started over him. Joe Milton, what was his name? Shea Patterson started over him. And now you have J.J. McCarthy with Cade McNamara starting over him. If I'm a 5-star quarterback, I'm not going to Michigan. First of all, my talent might not be recognized, and I might not even start. And second of all, if I do, I'm going to be handing the ball off 30 times a game. So I can't show off what I have to NFL talent. And thirdly, I can't get a fat NIL deal. Why would I go play at Michigan where I get paid $500 a game in NIL and I throw the ball 10 times a game, when I can go to Oregon, throw the ball 40 times a game, and get paid $5 million? Like, come on now. And Michigan fans will be, oh, it's the hustle. It's that Michigan, it just means more. If you stay, you'll be a champion. Like, that's the shit I'm sick of. Like, get over yourselves, man. College football is a business now.
Yeah.
You can't be stuck in the past. You can't be talking about your championships from the 40s. Nobody gives a shit about that.
Lloyd Carr's son, our grandson, chose not to go to Michigan. If that gives you like perspective of like what they think of what they're capable of doing. Oh my God, with quarterbacks, you almost took out an eyeball. That was wild. Hey, but if you want your kids to get the top tier athletic schooling and all of the above, enroll them today at theacademywarren.net. Academy. It's a brand new state-of-the-art sports zone field house that has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field that could also be used for 7-on-7 football. They have K-8 features such as AM and PM latchkey, small classroom sizes, a learning street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Hope Mifflin curriculum, academic games, and K-8 athletics. Again, enroll your kids today at theacademywarren.net. As Woodward Heavyweights, we'll be right back.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, or your mom's a hoe. And we just got done talking about college football in the state of Michigan. with Michigan State and Michigan after their first games and what our concerns are going forward with them. But we're going to take it back to the Lions because the Lions depth chart was released.
Yes.
Officially. And there's some things that stand out. One of the things is Chris Board is in that starting spot over Malcolm Rodriguez.
Yeah.
That we'll get into that. We'll get into that shit. Another thing, starting kick returner for the Detroit Lions, Craig Reynolds, listed as the starting kick returner. Obviously, we lost out on Mo Reese. We lost out on Godwin, who handled those duties last year. We got rid of Trinity Benson. They still have Khalif returning punts, but as of now, Craig Reynolds is going to be the starting kick returner. So, Eazy, what are your biggest takeaways from this depth chart dropping, other than Tommy Kramer in there, just because Big V's on the IL?
Wait. You said Craig Reynolds is a kick returner?
Craig Reynolds.
Get out of here, bro. The one Dave posted?
Craig Reynolds, yeah.
Are you serious?
I'm looking at it right here, yeah. Kick returner, Craig Reynolds.
Oh, this one. I'm looking at the one that Dave Burkett tweeted.
I just looked up Lions official depth chart. Google.
Oh. I'm looking at the one from I don't like the one you found. I don't know where you found that one, but fuck that one. I'm going to go. It does say unofficial, but I'm going to go with the one from Dave from earlier today, just because it makes me feel better.
Yeah.
With Khalif Raymond as the kick returner. Hey, don't get me wrong. I like Craig Reynolds. I think Craig is nice. I think Craig is a running back, and I think he is a blocker on special teams, not a kick returner. I'd be very, I don't want to say upset, but concerned maybe if he was a kick returner. Craig's nice. He's not kick returners. You want speed. At least I think so. You want speed and vision. Craig's got vision. He don't got speed like that. From a guy Dave Burkett, OG, Khalif Raymond, I'm a lot more at ease with that one. That's kind of what we figured too. You know, when they cut Alexander and our guy Godwin, we were kind of questioning it, like who the hell is going to be the kick returner. I'm damn sure open that it is Khalif Raymond. That's the one I'm most comfortable with, at least. I mean, you scared me there for a minute.
Yeah.
Gave me a little Mayarte.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one I'm looking at is up to date with everything else. It has Tommy Kramer on there. It's got Blake Martinez. It's got Blake Martinez.
That'd be crazy. What a way to find out.
It's got Alex Anzalone and Chris Board.
Was it ESPN?
Our lads.
Oh, fuck those guys.
NFL depth chart.
Yeah, who even fucking knows
it's
those
the
guys?
first thing. Yeah, it's. I mean, regardless of who it is, that's tough. Because man, the ESPN has it as Khalif Raymond, and they also have Tommy Kramer in there, but they have Malcolm Rodriguez starting.
Yeah.
So
I'm just going with the one with our guy Dave B posted, just because it's got the whole little Lions decor on it, like it's from like the official team site or email or something like that. Plus, like, he's like the OG of the beat writers for the Lions. I'm hoping he's right, by the way, too. Like, please let it be Khalif Raymond and not fucking Craig Reynolds. Again, no disrespect to Craig Reynolds, but goddamn, I don't want him return kicks. That's a definite concern of mine. But Malcolm Rodriguez on the back behind Chris Boards, is that, you think it's just like a rookie thing? I'm saying like earn your keep type rookie type thing? Because, like, come on, bro.
For sure.
Let's be real about it.
For sure, some rookie stuff. I mean, he outperformed him. You know,
yeah.
Malcolm's outperforming everybody, all of the linebacking core in preseason. So it's tough. He's still obviously got to earn his stripes because he is a rookie. He is a 6th round draft pick, so he's going to need to go out there and show it. He's going to be playing a lot on special teams. I assume he's going to get some reps in the live game too.
Yeah,
we'll
for sure.
see him out there, but. Yeah, it does suck to not see him get that starting spot because I think he earned it. I think he deserves it, and I think he's the better player.
For sure. And again, I want to point out something too that my guy Joey's in the chat is this is an unofficial. This is at the very top of it, depth chart, just kind of like how things are looking right now. It must have been what they were emailed this morning. Maybe I'll ask Maddie to get clarification on that one. But I'd also think of it this way too: is like one, when I watched them that Steelers game, it's kind of seemed as if they're rotating that linebacker spot, getting everybody like to earn the spot. That Board's got opportunity. Barnes got an opportunity. Davis got opportunity, like, he gone.
Yeah.
But and this too, DeAndre Swift is clear cut the best running back in that backfield, in the running back room, and he was the starter on the depth chart heading into last year. But who technically started the game was Jamal Williams. So like, even if this was an official depth chart, I'm not taking it to heart because things change, and I gotta assume some type of move is coming up here too with the Derek D situation. Whether it's a practice squad move or a regular roster move, something's going down. This stuff's legit. It's just maybe it's a lesser name than we think. We're just hoping it's Blake Martinez because some money got shuffled around too.
Yeah, it's definitely in other news we see Kirby Joseph as the third safety on there, Juju Hughes behind Deshaun Elliott, and Chase Lucas behind Mike Hughes.
Yeah,
on that draft board. Do you think that as well is a rookie thing? Because I think Chase Lucas outperformed Mike Hughes.
Yeah, I think that's a rookie thing. I mean, he is a 7th-round pick, so he's definitely got something to prove. But I think they are doing like the rookie got to earn your keep type thing. Outside of obviously Aiden Hutchinson, because you look at Kirby Joseph, who did okay at safety this year, is behind Ife Melifonwu, who literally played 0 snaps at safety during the preseason. We didn't see him game 1, game 2, or 3. You know what I'm saying? So how's he? Boom, planted it, over Kirby with nothing to show for it. So I think it's what you do for these rookies, man. It's a lot of, it gives them, you're dangling the carrot in front of the rabbit, essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we think you're good, we think you got potential, but you're going to have to earn this still. We want to see you giving your all. We don't want you to come in and think you, because your head's already full. You've gained your lifelong dream of making the NFL. Who's not to say you might let off the brakes a little bit and be like, yeah, I'm the chosen one. You know what I'm saying? I made it here for a reason. All that good stuff is like, nah, you still gotta bust your ass no matter what. You don't just get lucky. You got lucky because, what's it called, opportunity met with preparedness, or whatever the hell it is. What's the saying they say with luck? Luck is when opportunity meets preparation.
Yeah.
Some sort of
something like that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Sugar, spice, everything nice.
Yeah.
These are perfect ingredients to make the perfect
chemical X.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's more just dangling the carrot in front of the rookie's head, and I fully expect Malcolm to hold that down by like week 4.
Yeah. Malcolm's gonna get in there. He's gonna get his time, and he's gonna deserve it. Like you said, he earned that spot, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, because even he's not the kind of guy that'll let that get to his head. Like, he's still gonna work. He's still gonna go out there and go hard, 100%. He's not gonna, if he got the starting spot, be like, oh, I'm a starter now, it don't matter. He's still gonna go out there and work. So it just has to be earn your keep, stuff like that. Oh man, that sucks though. I really wanted to see him starting week 1.
Yeah,
because I thought he earned it.
I'm about to see how much cap space they cleared with the Daily Decker thing. I'm curious because I see Joey 2 times in the chat said about $8 million. Look, I think that's
they have 4.5 now.
4.5.
Yeah.
So that's okay. 4 is less than what I was thinking. I say 8 might be a reasonable amount to go grab you.
Well, I think it was $8 million, and like you said, they were like almost $1 million over the cap, and then they had to pay like practice squad guys.
According to Spot Track, estimated cap space is at $3.1 million.
Yeah.
So hey, I don't know if Blake Martinez is taking that. But I'm damn sure that the Chiefs can't pay them any much more than that. Their cap's pretty tied up now too.
Yeah,
they had to let Tyreek go.
Yeah, you let Tyreek Hill go, you definitely. Well, I feel like Tyreek Hill wanted out.
Yeah, I think he felt like disrespected by like what they offered him.
Yeah,
or something like that.
And he saw Juju and
getting paid stupid money.
Juju Smith-Schuster and Jackson Mahomes made a TikTok, and he's like, yeah, trade me to Miami.
Would adding Blake add a win to the season for you, or is he not that impactful? But
yeah, I would say so. I think it helps the weakest part of this team a lot, and it could give us at least 1 win. I would say that.
Yeah.
I think it would tip the scales on one of them. It would make a closer game. Could be the decision maker in a close game.
Yeah, he's a stud. Like, bona fide stud. He's proven his grit in the NFL. The injury he suffered is one that you can bounce back from. It's not an Achilles, it's an ACL. 100%, yeah, I think he'd help out this team a lot.
Yeah.
But let's hope him. I don't want to make it sound like we got him in the bag for sure.
Yeah, he's no Blake Griffin, but he's a Blake.
All right, bro. I'll jump your ass, bro. Quit playing with me.
Blake Martinez would instantly be the best Blake in the history of Detroit sports if he came here. But
Steve Blake?
That's true.
Oh, that's a close one.
Steve Blake was is right now the best Blake.
I gotta find that video of him giving that dude hands in practice.
Steve Blake's got hands.
Wait,
for
what?
Sure. Oh yeah.
Who'd he fight?
Squared up.
It was way back. It was way back in college, bro. It was right. It was college, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Steve Blake. He was giving somebody the business.
But
in the 1-2.
If you want to get buff like Steve Blake, there's only one place you can go to get jacked. And that's Planet Fitness, because as you know, we broadcast this show live from Planet Fitness Studios in Birmingham. And right now, Planet Fitness, you can get your membership for only $10 a month. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone, where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. Like I said, only $10 a month, or the Black Card for $24.99. Where you can use such amenities as unlimited tanning, hydro massage, massage chairs, total body enhancement, along with access to over 2,000 locations worldwide. So make sure you join in club or online at planetfitness.com, because it's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. We are the Woodward Heavyweights, and we'll be right back.
Hey, this is Mr. Kearney, Chief Academic Officer at Academy of Warren. I want to welcome you to the brand new field house. The state-of-the-art facility has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field. It can be used for 7-on-7 football. Our K-8 academic features AM, PM, latchkey, small classroom sizes, Learning Street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Houghton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and more. Enroll today at academywarren.net.
For a limited time only. All new burgers and loaded fries at Big Boy. It's not a Slim Jim, it's the Big Jim. The chili cheese is such a tease. Guess what else is new? The bacon blue. How about upgrading those fries? Chili cheese fries, baked potato fries, nacho fries. What will it be? Satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
Go.
At Alta Equipment,
uptime
matters. Alta Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction to give you guys the quickest uptime there is around. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. You have a big project coming up? Call Alta Equipment. Alta Rent has you covered. Give them a call, 844. Go to Alta. Again, that's 844. Go to Alta. Alta Equipment, where
uptime
matters.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back. Coming down the stretch here on another episode of the Woodward Heavyweights. You know the man to my left, the one, the only Speakeasy. I am Spencer Raxter. We got Young Sus holding it down in the TD booth, and my boy Jay Smooth in the audio booth, giving you these sick intros in and out of the breaks. We just got done talking about the Lions as they made their unofficial depth chart available to the public, but we need to kick it and talk some basketball for a second, because we went over it a little bit. Big trade in the NBA last week where Donovan Mitchell went to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yes.
And they really didn't give up shit to get him. They honestly didn't give up any of their young core. They gave up like average depth pieces and a guy who was out the door already. Yeah. They kept their best depth pieces in Jared Allen and Karis LeVert. They kept their young core in Darius Garland and Evan Mobley, and they added a multiple-time All-Star who's giving people 50 burgers in the playoffs. So, Eazy posed the question to all of you: how far are the Pistons contending in the East now that the Cavs made that trade for Donovan Mitchell? Because I think it pushes them out of the play-in.
For sure.
Yeah.
I really do.
We're going Route B, baby.
Wanna bang your mama?
Wanna bang your mama? Coming to the D. Nah, I'm with this shit. Hey, listen, it was. I think it was like more geared towards that way than people think too. And I get how we are as fans, especially in Detroit. Like, for you Lions fans to come back year after year, and I'm guilty as well after getting your dick kicked in year after year after year. It's the same with the Pistons, man. Like, I fell for it last year too. As soon as we drafted Cade, and it's basically kind of like based off of Luka Doncic, because that was like his pro comp. And I was like, oh, play him. But the reality is, these guys need to go through like a maturing stage. You know what I'm saying? They have to get used to the NBA. It is what it is. If a guy's making it his first year, kudos to you. But even guys like John Morant and Luka didn't do it until their second year, if I'm not mistaken. What up, Sus?
I was just gonna let you finish your point. I was just raising my hand, like,
Yeah, no.
I got something to say when it's time. I'm ready. I was just going to say, man, Plan B is always a good move.
Yeah.
Plan B is always a good move.
Yeah.
Cannot recommend it highly enough. 54.63 at your local CVS. And it's a good thing for the Pistons.
Oh, my God, bro.
And it's a good thing to do for the Pistons as well this year. Because the Pelicans were 9th in the draft lottery odds when the draft lottery odds got evened out. And they jumped to 1 and got Zion. So,
he said 54.63 at local CVS.
I see where he was going with that. I knew he was going.
Yeah,
you see the vision. You see the vision.
Yeah, that was pretty good. How do you feel about this, JB? Do you think the Pistons are out of contention in the East to make the play-in now?
Oh man, this one's gonna be tough. I know we got some growing pains to go through, especially with this young squad. So, yeah, I think we're not making that play-in. On all honesty, Cleveland is definitely reloaded back up, so they're going for it this year. They're giving them all.
That's for sure. And we got to play the Bulls, the Bucks, and the Cavs 4 times next year.
That's tough.
Look, it's only gonna make us tougher, man. Iron sharpens iron. It's literally gonna have to raise the elevation of both Troy and honestly the whole division.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to beef up. They want to compete, and hey, that's what you want. That's what's winning games. That's what winning championships. Realistically, you got to beef up. You want to play with the big boys.
What's a better backcourt, Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, or Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey?
Fuck, dude.
It's
on
easy.
upside or right now?
Right now.
Oh, it's Donovan Mitchell and and Garland, 100%. I love you, Cade. You know what I'm saying? That,
all right, on upside.
Cade, you got a 6'6" point guard. You know what I'm saying? It's scoring all 3 levels.
I can't do that. You got 2 All-Stars, and Donovan Mitchell flirted with All-NBA. Like he's like above an All-Star. He's not just an All-Star. Like he's technically just an All-Star because he hasn't made All-NBA yet.
He's
but he's
superstar.
flirting with top 15 player in the league. He's not that, but he flirts with that every season. And you have that, and then Darius Garland, like the just even the highest projections of Ivy, bro. That's going to be a tough backcourt to beat. I'm not saying it's impossible, but just
it's
tough.
the same argument I'm talking about when I speak on Ivy. You know what I'm saying, like 6'4" and below, you got to shoot the 3 to be a lead on D. I feel like you have more prospects of winning a championship with a 6'6" guard than you are with. Again, Mitchell's out cold. You know what I'm saying, but he's only 6'1".
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He had the long arms, is why I call him Spider. But like,
he can shoot the 3 pretty well.
And let's keep a buck about it too. Like they had, say what you want about Gobert and all the rest of those guys. They had a bit of a squad, and they kind of fell short every year. And that's because wings win you rings. I'd take my 6'6" guard and the upside of Cade Cunningham over Donovan Mitchell all day.
Yeah.
Like if I had to pick right now, if I'm playing 2K and I have like 5 years to win a championship, I'm taking Cade. I just am.
Cade's the best of them all, but
Yeah.
but it's just the balance of it. It's backcourt. It's not just who of the 4 guards would you want.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes like
But Cade's that much more, like the upside of Cade is like that much more above. I know
hope so.
what Garland, I guess you say he's still creeping up to what he's
still
officially going to
pretty
be.
young, yeah.
But I know what Mitchell is. You say I think the Cade has a higher upside of. Again, I'm not trying to be
I
disrespectful to
agree
Mitchell,
with
but
that.
I think Cade has a higher upside of what Mitchell is now.
It's Ivy to me. It's
Yeah.
Ivy to me that makes the question confusing. But this is why this whole conversation to me really comes down to Troy Weaver has proven us 2 things during this tenure: that he can make the good trades on the margin and that he can make good draft picks. Again, we got to see how all of them pan out, but I believe he's given me confidence that he can at least find a solid rotation player, if not a starter, almost anywhere in the draft. But the one thing that this Cavs trade shows us is that Troy now has to prove to us that he can make the big trade. Yeah. That's something he didn't do in OKC. Like he's got to make the big trade. It's not Kevin Durant, but he's got to make that big trade. And will he give up too much? Will he make it at the right time? Who's the right player? That's a very tough thing to do, but he's going to have to do it if Detroit wants to compete.
Yeah,
in the East.
we definitely need to bring somebody in, and we'll see who that is. It's not going to be Kevin Durant, but make sure you guys check out Hard Knocks and our Hard Knocks after show tonight, starting at 11 with Stick, Sam Day, and Anson Wells giving you all of their takes on the last episode of Hard Knocks that airs tonight. We appreciate you guys for diving in and tapping in with the Woodward Heavyweights on a Tuesday. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, send the show to your friends, send it to your family. Make sure your grandma has a fake account, and that fake account is watching the Woodward Heavyweights. For the man to my left, the one, the only, Speak Easy. For Young Sus, Chris Platty holding it down in the TD booth, and our boy JB, J Smooth, in the audio booth. I am Spencer Raxter. We are the Woodward Heavyweights, and we will catch you tomorrow. Peace.